Live on IG and boom, we are live everywhere else. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what time it is. It's that time of the week. Your favorite time of the week. It is Tuesday, 8 something something. And you are here for the quick 30 with your host, two-time ATL's hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. Well, my motto here is simple. On the building. Yo, appreciate everybody that came out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely watch last week's dope show. Um Yeah, last week's dope show. Had Gamers Alley in the building. We kicking good shit. They'll be back not tomorrow, but the day after. They'll be back this Thursday. We going through another list. You know, that's what we do. We go through lists and we kind of take them apart or whatever. But this list is about top 30 video games of all time, and there is a lot of stuff missing. So we're gonna go through that list coming this Thursday. Um, Also big shouts out to everybody that, just tune in on anything we do, man. Oh, and then last week with DV Passion. Yeah, that was last week's show. Yeah. Yeah, Game was out was 2 weeks ago. See, I'm so many shows. I'm getting mixed up. Last week was DV Passion. How to have a threesome and not f up your relationship. Yo, if you came out for that one, yeah, then there's that. But if you didn't, don't worry about it because on Facebook, on the Dope page, my personal page, and also on the Dope YouTube page, that one's still sitting there. So if you missed it and you want to figure out how to have a threesome and not f up your relationship, yep, it's still there. Go check that one out. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to everybody that's tuned in tonight, man. Yo, if you in the chat right now, yo, drop something in the comments. Let me know you here, man. Tonight's show gonna be a little fun. I went back to my original format, top 10 list. If you read the description, it is 404 day. April 4th is 404 day. So if you from native born Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It's today is Atlanta Day, basically. If you native to Atlanta, if you're in the chat right now and you were native, born in Atlanta, drop your hospital and your high school. That's usually how we verify. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was for real here in the city, where you was born and where did you graduate? You know what I'm saying? See me, I was born in South Fulton, graduated from McNair High School. But you had some people that was like, well, I was born in St. Louis, but I graduated. Not the same thing, bro. Not the same thing. You ain't from here. You been here for a minute. You ain't from here. You know what I'm saying? I got Caitlin McAllister in the building. What's up, Roomy? That was my next door neighbor for years. Well, for a year. I say for a year. It felt like a long time though. Up, see, here we go. Hydroglyphic in the building. Georgia Baptist, now known as Atlanta Medical Center. Atlanta. There it is. Hydroglyphic, what high school, man? Drop your high school right there. But yes, indeed, man. See, that's what I'm saying. My ATL folks know hospital, high school. Sometimes they kind of just ran into each other too. Like you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. Big shouts out to my people down here on the Instagram chat, man. Yo, I hadn't heard from y'all in a minute, man. What's up with you? Like I got all my platforms up right now. So if you're on the dope dot enterprise on Instagram, yeah, we live. So check that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hit every streaming platform so that all my people could come hang out with me. But all my people in the chat, like I said, if you are native born to ATL, drop your hospital, drop your high school. So we're gonna get into the 4 day topic is a top 10 ATL anthems. Now, see, that's one of the things about this great city of Atlanta is that we put out so much music, and this is one of those things to where we had our own music scene. Truthfully, we didn't really need anything else outside of the city because we had our own shit, man. We had our own sound and everything. I mean, so god damn, it was so many hits came out of this city. And truthfully, I had to break it down to only 10 songs. Now, I know before I give this, I'm gonna have to get this disclaimer before I get into the list because I know folks will be looking at me like, man, what the hell, DJ Agnew? I didn't put anything from the bass slash Buddha Shake era. Here's why. That's his own listen to itself. If I would have had to go through those songs, if I'd had to go through all the kilos and the Raheem the Dream, DJ Kizzy Rock, if I had to go through all that, that would have been his own top 10 list. But hell, Kilo, Kizzy Rock, and Raheem could have their own individual top 10 lists. So, like, that would have this list would have been It would have been overcrowded. Yo, I got my boy the real Jay Scott in the building. Make sure y'all check him out. Corey's Heavily Case. Jay Scott, yo, I told all ATL natives, drop your hospital, drop your high school. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we verify down here in the A where you was born, where you graduated from. Jay Scott, drop it in the chat right quick. Let me know what's up. So top 10 ATL anthems of all time. And these are those songs. And when I say anthems, because people feel like, oh, you can only have one anthem. Not necessarily. I got 10, and truthfully, I had to squeeze that 10 in. So with the anthem, it's just that song that's gonna get people, it's gonna have like, oh shit, because you know down here, this was Crunk City. You know what I'm saying? So that song that just had people just rushing the flow, knocking each other out, this, that, the third, man. And like I said, everything, there you go. Boom. City Grove High School, Grady Baby. There it is. Like I said, if you ask a true native born ATL person, they should be able to give you these two things. If they can only give you one or they can't give you that, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at them crazy. You got to be like, okay, so for real, where are you from? Like, do you know at this point? You got to look at them crazy. So these are those songs that were just those ones that were, what I'm saying, artists that was ATL homegrown that made these songs that was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like we just kind of, what I'm saying, we just kind of lose our shit when these songs go on. And I do got a couple of honorable mentions because like I said, this list would have been like a top 15 list had I had my way. But I got a format. Format is top 10. We're going top 10. Even if it's my show, my format. I got it. I abide by my own rules sometimes, people. Yeah, I know. Weird shit, I know, but hey, go figure. Go work with it. Whatever. Um, so we about to jump into the list. Got a couple of honorable mentions. I'm gonna go ahead and drop them down right quick. Do-do-do-do-do. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, we do audibles and change stuff up on the fly because it's the dope show. You never know what you're gonna get. So number 10, jumping into the list, number 10. Like I said, you gotta be ATL born to know this one right here. Hitman Sammy Sam, rhyme with some players. Yeah. Yeah, y'all remember where y'all what was that? I want to say that was like 97 when that dropped, 96, 97. And that was back when, and see, that's the thing about Atlanta too. Like, damn near every song there was a dance that went with it, or there was a every season there was a new dance. Like, and it was the sucky part about it because I couldn't dance. By the time I got the new dance down, they were on to the next one. And it was like, oh man, you still doing that old ass shit. I mean, look, damn it. Whatever. Some of us are meant to dance, and some of us meant to make people dance. That's why I'm the DJ. But yeah, Rhyme with Some Killers, man. Well, Rhyme with Some Players was the radio version. Rhyme with Some Killers was the album version. And what was crazy about that was, man, who ATL in here know about to Get Out? Yeah, yeah. Folks up there at the school dance doing the Get Out. You know what I'm saying? To Hitman Sammy Cell. That's how it went. So yeah, number 10, Hitman Sammy Cell, Rhyme with Some Players. Number 9. If you was partying back then and you was in the clubs, particularly going to the there you go, Southwest, Southwest, see the grove, Southwest. I got Big Country 50 in the building, man. Yo, that's that, aka the problem child. He is here, people. Do not feel like we lost anything. He ain't went nowhere. He's still right here in the chat, being a problem child. Number 9, like I said, back in these times, it was in between the Megaplex, Sharon's Megaplex on Calendar Road, or we was going to the west side to the bounce. Like, yo, when you heard this song right here, it was about repping where you from. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nobody talking about the north side back then. So that whole thing with the Migos, that's new to even us that lives here. But it was all about east side, west side. Where you was from on that, or what side of 20 was you from? Number 9, Baby D and Lil C, East Side, West Side, man. Yo, I got my cousin all the way up from up north. And speaking of the north, got my cousin in the building. What's good with your cousin? You know what I'm saying? See, we are reaching different area codes, y'all. That's my cousin right there representing from Fall River, Mass, way up in the Northeast. But guess what? He checking in right here with the dope show because guess what? Like when you're dope, you're family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely Baby D, Lil C, East Side, West Side. That I have seen many of scrupulous altercations go on because of this song. It's just how it played out, y'all. It's just how it played. But it was all about having pride in where you was from, man. And can't nobody tell you that your side wasn't shit. You know what? No, your side ain't shit. The number eight. Now, number eight is one of those ones that you'd have to know it to know it. Like we talking about blowing the dust off this one. So number eight is CMP Diablos. Let's see who knows that one. Yeah, CMP Diablos. That's one of those ones that if you know, you know. And when you turn that on, dudes will get it. Like it's almost like mass choir time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that word for word, bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? And it was at one time deemed the West Side Anthem. This is pre Ti and all that. It was the West Side Anthem. So with saying that, number eight being CMP Diablos, of course, the East Side Anthem. Number seven, A Damn Shame, Get It. Now, I have seen, like I said, not only fights, I have seen and have been escorted out of clubs off this song. Because we used to get it when this song came on. Big shouts out to anybody that partied at Envy on Spring Street. Anybody in the chat remember Envy on Spring Street? Drop it in the chat if you partied there. Let me know. Because that was it's a good times over there. It's good goddamn times over there. So if you remember Envy on Spring Street, please drop it in the chat. Let me know. Matter of fact, if you partied anywhere in the city back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I'm talking like 96 to about '05. Drop a club in the chat. Let me know where you used to party at between 96 and '05. Let me know because that was a 10-year era of epic proportions when we talk about partying. I got Beeve in the building. What up, Sheldon? So, Beeve, you native born. Drop your hospital, drop your high school. We repping 404 today. Moving on. Number six. Number six was one of those ones that, this song kind of took on a different meaning, different turn last year because we lost this brother to senseless tragedy. And so, what I'm saying, it was as this song was really making a reemergence, and the what's the soccer team? Atlanta International. No, Atlanta United. Yeah, Atlanta United. That's the soccer team. But they had adopted this song. You start hearing it at more and more sports events, and the song was really, really coming back to life from saying time where we had just hadn't heard it in a while. So RP to this brother, Archie episode number six. We ready. That was that one. Now we ready, and this song didn't make the list only because truthfully, I just damn forgot, y'all. But before we ready, Pastor Troy, when he dropped Ain't No More Playing GA, that was the chant around the city. We ready. You know what I'm saying? So Archie took that and made a whole song out of it. And it just became an anthem. It became a chant. Like it was anytime, like we was ready for whatever, literally whatever. We was ready for it. How you forget Troy? Simple. I only had 10 slots. Damn it. So, but anyway, like I said, drop your hospital, drop your chat if you native born. You up there answering the questions I ain't even asked. Anyway, so Archie, we ready at number six. RIP Archie episode. Like I said, I hate that it played out like that. I feel like everybody should get the opportunity to live old and die of old age. You know what I'm saying? Just be 90 something, 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 and just go to sleep. But nonetheless, the senselessness does happen. Yes, indeed. Archie episode RIP Grady baby. Oh god. Another Grady baby. I heard they be dropping the Grady babies on the floor. And see when you hear in the A and you native, man, yo, we crack on everything that can be cracked on. Let's say Amaretta is the great, sorry, not sorry, greatest ATL ever. Decatur is not. I got my trolls in the building, y'all. Big shouts out to my nephew Spud King in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's not Atlanta. You know, we ain't heard from her since, thankfully. And let's keep it that way, y'all. Matter of fact, let's pretend like she never happened. Just never happened. I got my boy D Banks in the building. What up? He said, what about Sammy Sam? Sammy Sam was number 10, dude. So yeah, you did kind of come in late. But yeah, Sammy Sam number 10, man, riding with some killers, man. You that had, of course, they had to make the list. You know what I'm saying? I wish Bruce Lee had been out long enough. That would have been on the list. He said no, Spud. Just no, exactly. We don't talk about the Amarillo situation. It never happened. That was one a dark weekend for the city. This child here was telling us what Atlanta was it, but couldn't tell us what the damn zones was. House was how. I just know zone 4 and I think zone 6 on the east side. And then shot the video in Cobb County. Amaretto's not Atlanta. We moving on. We are moving on because she ain't Atlanta. She is not ATL, not all the way. Moving on. We at number 5. We at the halfway point of the list already. Yo, number 5, man. We gotta go to this ATL legend. Like I said, we mentioned Sammy Sam. Of course, you can't mention Sammy Sam and this brother not in the same sentence, even though they had squashed the beef for all of a couple of weeks, and now from what I'm hearing, they back at each other again. Number 5, Kilo. Do you hear what I hear? That was that one. I'll never forget when I first heard that shit, and I'm just like, yo, this shit is ghetto gold. I love it. Anybody remember when V103, which was the urban station at the time, yeah, the urban station, yeah, V103 didn't play rap all day though. You had to wait for what was it? Not it was the 6 to 10 show. It was Ryan Cameron. Ryan Cameron had the 6 to 10 show back then, and you had to wait for the 9 o'clock hour. And from 9 to 10, when his show went off, that's when he played rap. And it would go in. There'd be a lot of times like, yo, it wasn't edited. Like there was no studio magic that was doing rub. So we was getting uncut raw ATL on the radio. And that was the first time I heard Kilo, do you hear what I hear? And it was like one of those things, you know, we had to get the tapes ready to go ahead and start recording. Oh Lord, I got some Kilo suggestions in the building. Yes, indeed. Hey, we was just talking about Nasty Dancer and all our favorite. That matter of fact, if you in the chat right now and you either live in Atlanta or was born here, I'll give this open to everybody. Drop your favorite strip club in the chat. Drop your favorite strip club right there in the chat right now. Um, let's see. White Horse was a good one. Oh man, that's when and see that was one of the funny things about Kilo. People just got caught up in the bass music that Kilo got had a lot of political statements in his music. White Horse was one of them. Cocaine, believe it or not, the song Cocaine was very political, very, very full of social commentary. Um, so if you haven't, go back and listen to those songs and really pay attention to them. My my ATL folks in the building, yo, drop your favorite strip club in the chat right now, man. I got to see. It says Sam want his insurance payoff money. Oh, yeah, okay. Moving on. Sam ain't had nothing to do with it. I like that does not and no. Nobody goes to Hooters for wings and nobody goes to the Brew Frame for fries. Next. There, this ATL night, man. This 404 night, man. You gotta come back on Memphis night with that. What is Memphis area code? I don't remember. Oh, 901. But yeah, nonetheless, September 1st, we got you. But yeah, it's 404 day, dog. Strokers or Blaze? Ugh. Thumbs up for Blaze. Strokers. I didn't notice how bad the service was in Strokers till Jermaine Dupri said, and welcome to Atlanta. I don't go to Strokers no more because they don't know how to treat you when you come through the door. Oh, those couldn't have been truer words. They couldn't have been truer words. I seen a stripper walk off at Strokers, like literally, cuss the DJ out, said, "I'm not dancing to this bullshit," and walk the fuck off stage. This is after they had been calling her to the stage for like an hour, but she was in the back sleep. Yeah, Strokers. Highly do not recommend. 1 star. Do not go. They say, boom, got to be between Blue Flame and Strokers. Y'all really like Strokers? Nobody. I heard. I got one Blaze. Blue Flame was interesting. I will say this: the Blue Flame is a very interesting venue just to be sitting on Bankhead anyway. That place is yeah. Yo, but yeah, my personal favorite strip club is and the one thing I really hate. My personal favorite is Blaze as well, but one thing I hate though, I never got a chance to actually party in Jazzy T's. Anybody in the chat old enough to remember Jazzy T's? Drop it in the chat, man. I never got a chance to party. I By the time I was trying to go to Jazzy T's, I was like 20. And of course, with it being Jazzy T's, y'all know they wasn't checking ID. They just wanted to make sure I wasn't a teenager. So I was about 20. And I actually auditioned at Jazzy T's one Friday afternoon. They said they liked me, wanted me to come back. Before I could come back, though, somebody got shot in the parking lot. And literally from that night to now, Jazzy T's has been closed. Is there's nothing in any of those buildings right now. There used to be a furniture store on one side of that plaza. You had Jazzy T's. You had the gate. Anybody remember the gate? The place where if you wanted an underage girl, that's where you went. The gate, right? Because they weren't checking nobody's ID. Oh boy, country's at the Pink Saloon. I don't even know what that is, dude. I don't even know what that is. We ain't even finna address that, man. You out here, man. Problem child out here trolling. Yes, Jazzy T's was lit. I never know, Jones. I never made it in. The night I was supposed to go, somebody got killed in the parking lot and they shut the club down. Club ain't been open since. I was gonna go to Jazzy T's, y'all. I got my boy Saga Boss in the building. What up, Skip? Um, Never made it in Jazzy T's, y'all. But yeah, number 5, Kilo. Do you hear what I hear? Number 4. Once again, another song with the late Archie Eversole in it, and it was yet another chant that you're really starting to see this pop up now. You know what I'm saying? They kind of clean it up or whatever so that it don't look as vulgar as it is. But yo, that's goddamn Archie, Pastor Troy, and Baby D, ATL ho. Yeah. That was that chant that you just heard that shit. No matter where you were, let's just say a bunch of people from Atlanta go to somewhere else. Now when you're in Atlanta, yeah, we beefing about what side we from, but when we're outside of the city, oh, we together. I don't care if you from Bankhead, you from Riverdale, you from Swats, you from Decatur. You know what I'm saying? You might be from Lithonia, but when we together, it's ATL ho all day. That is our out of town mantra. It's ATL ho. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna get into the schematics. Oh man, he from Riverdale and I'm from Jonesboro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Decatur and he grew up over there. No. We ain't finna get into all that. We out of town. It's just ATL ho all day. Number 3, getting into one of ATL sons that actually blew up and made it big. We got to throw some Ti on there, man. Yo, Ti 24s, man. And I put 24s on here is because that was the first Ti song I ever heard out of town. 24s was getting played everywhere. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, 24s hit a couple of video games too. So it's like that was that one that it's just like, I'm serious was a good local hit per se, but that next album was the one that really put Ti over. That's when, back in the day, BET play was good for the black side of things. But for the big side of things, black, white, and diverse crowds, it's when you made it to MTV. 24s made it to MTV, y'all. Gotta give it up to 24s, man. Now, number 2 was a very, very, very biased. by me. Early 2000 Ti was putting out bangers. Oh, absolutely. Between I'm serious. Damn, what's the other one called? I remember Urban Legend. What was it? Trap music. Trap music, Urban Legend. Yo, crazy bangers. Crazy bangers. But number two, number two came from bias, and truthfully, number two could have been number one, but I was like, I want to be biased, but I gotta keep it real at the same time. And anybody that knows me knows if I'm being biased, you already know what number two is. If you're paying attention, you should know what number two is. If you know where I'm from, you should know what number two is. Nobody gets it. Don't worry about it. Number two, Ghetto Mafia, straight from the deck. And so much music, and so much early ATL music, it was always mentioned about East Point, College Park, SWATs. You know what I'm saying? But Decatur was always such a afterthought. It was like, oh yeah, well, yeah, there's Decatur too. You know what I'm saying? But when Ghetto Mafia made straight from the deck, they had to listen. They had to take notice that over here, right outside of East Atlanta, Decatur is right here. And we did our own thing over there. Like I said, if for those who don't know the landscape of it, it's like one of those things where people always equate uh where you from by who famous came out of your area. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We gave y'all Silk, gave y'all Chris Tucker, Ghetto Mafia, obviously. um Jagged Edge, because believe it or not, and I know Soccer gonna jump in here and want to correct me and shit. When they left Connecticut, because they were born in Connecticut, well, half of them were born in Connecticut, they moved to Columbia Drive. Therefore, they belong to us. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the Decatur's made its noise, man. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to everybody from the east side, because yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad y'all know. I knew it straight. And then you see how he drug it out, right? Boy, Jay Scott know the words. So just to do a recap and then go into our honorable mentions. Starting at number 10, Hitman Sammy Sam, riding with some players. Number 9, Baby D Lil C, East Side West Side. Number 8, CMP Diablos. Number 7, A Damn Shame Get It. Number 6, Archie RIP, We Ready. Number 5, Kilo, Do You Hear What I Hear? Number 4, ATL Ho, Archie, Pastor Troy, and Baby D. Number 3, T.I., 24s. Number 2, Ghetto Mafia, straight from the deck. Now to go into the honorable mentions, because I know I left off quite a few. And so some of y'all still be like, man, what the fuck, DJ Agnew? Don't trip, I got you. So first honorable mention, obviously, Pastor Troy, No More Playing GA. My bad, y'all. I just ran out of space. I truthfully ran out of space, and you gonna see when I got the number one, I ran out of space. Goody Mob, Dirty South. That's another one. I ran out of space, people. Yola, I ain't gonna let up. Y'all remember 2006 being in the joint? I just don't give a fuck, man. Look, you had to put Yola on there. Now, who are my people remember 2004, 04, 05 ish? Well, I think it was oh 04. Crime Mob, Nucky Few Buck, running through the club doing this and looking at niggas crazy like, yes, we finna do this shit. Like those songs got that kind of play. Like it was nuts. But because of TikTok now, a lot of these songs are coming back or they're being resurrected to where it's like, I'm glad. I hope my people paperwork is in order, and I hope they're getting royalties from these TikToks. But exactly. Exactly, Jay Scott. You know what? I blame myself. I blame myself because with this being the fold edition of the Quick 30, I should have did 20 songs. And with me being DJ Agnew, the founder of the Quick 30, I have that reign. Why didn't I? I have no idea. But yes, this definitely could have been a top 20 list. There's definitely been a top 20 list easily. So and what was that group? You remember anybody remember the organization? Hit that bitch, man. Hit that bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? That one, what was the other joint they did? Can't stop no player, can't stop no player. I mean, the organization. Anybody remember another honorable mention? Bone Crusher, Never Scared. I just didn't have enough lists, y'all. This should have been a top 15. I definitely agree. Top 10, top 15. Or I mean, a top 15, maybe top 20 list. This will probably be revisited. So it'll be another edition. I'll probably do this again next April 4th. I mean, because the dope show will be around next year on April 4th, 2024 anyway. Oh shit, it'd be 40424. I like how that plays. We're gonna play around with that. Let's play around with that. We're gonna have some fun with that next year. Number one, and see, this is why I had so many songs because number one, I had to actually use two songs for number one. But of course, if you from this city, I need to know who didn't y'all hear on this list that hit the hardest, not only in Atlanta, but nationwide. Y'all should know who the number one is. Y'all probably don't know what song it is, but y'all should know who the number one artist is. I'm gonna give y'all like a couple of seconds. Drop it in the chat. Who's number one, y'all? There you go. There you go. I got some people paying attention. I got some folk paying attention. I'm gonna let a couple more come in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been in this city for the last what you give it 30 years, you should know who hit and who hit the hardest. And they not only hit the city the hardest, they hit nationwide. They are responsible for one of the greatest sound bites ever in TV history. Don't nobody else know. Damn. Well, hell. That's all right. Big shouts out to Beef. Don't worry, there's no prize, so don't ask. But yeah, Outcast, man. Of course, it's gonna be Outcast. South got something to say, man. The greatest soundbite ever. So with Outcast, I had to do two songs just because with their one of the things about Outcast, any song could have been an anthem. Any song could have been an anthem. Whether we talking about two dope boys in a Cadillac, whether we talking about Southern Playalistic, whether we talking about gangster shit, whether we talking about bombs over Baghdad, so fresh and so clean, all those songs could have easily been ATL anthems. But the two that I chose was because they were the ones that it's like if you hear them, you stop what you're doing and you know the words. You know what I'm saying? You sit up there playing the melody with your fingers and whatnot, like you just know these joints. First song, Spodioli Dopalicious. Without question. See, and there's another one, Jay Scott, Players Ball. Players Ball could have easily been an ATL anthem. You know what I'm saying? But Spodioli was that song one, it was cool as shit that, once again, big shouts out to Decatur. Southwest DeKalb band was the one playing in the background. So, I mean, yeah, they were the rival high school, but when we talking to folks who ain't from the hood, it's ATL, but another school from Decatur, they did they thing. They on the Outcast tape. So Spodioli was like, I mean, it was their what it felt like it was less of a rap song and more at their lean into spoken word. I mean, you got this crazy kind of P funk lending itself instrumental track in the background, and they just on there telling the story. And it sounded so dope, and no, I can't think of outside of Big Rube at the end of every Organized Noise album. Who else was really dropping spoken word in the middle of a rap album? And the other song I got, Elevators. Elevators was so deep. And one of the things I love about elevators, like you listen to that song, you can listen to it over and over, and just like an elevator, there's levels to that song. You can listen to it just on the ear, it just sounds good. But then you get into the depth of it, it really tells you about the gap between Southern Playalistic and when ATLians, the second album came out, what they had been going through. You know what I'm saying? Like it was deemed ghetto gold, man. So number one goes to Outcast, Elevators / Spodiola Dopalicious. Yo, appreciate everybody that came through the chat for this 404 edition of the Quick 30. Glad y'all came through. All my folks that came through, participated, dropped some shit in the chat. I appreciate y'all wholeheartedly, man. This week, like I said, I got Gamers Alley in the building. We dropping into that top 30 list of games of all time, and we will be butchering and dissecting the shit out of this list. It just like I haven't even watched it yet. I want to be I want to be surprised when the list comes on. I want to be surprised and confused at the same time. So I hadn't watched it yet, but I will have Jay Scott and Big Country 50 in the building this Thursday, 8 o'clock. So make sure y'all come back. Also, definitely Go back, check out some of the older dope shows because they are still out there. If you didn't get to see last week to figure out how to have a threesome and not F up your relationship, that show's still on there. Go to YouTube. You can go to my personal page. You can go to the dope page on Facebook and check that one out. I said that's gonna be a do absolutely. Big shouts out to my people on IG that checked in with me tonight. Yo, I got the IG chat live right there. Dope dot enterprise for all my people that checked in on IG. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that comes through, yo, thank you, and thank you again. Remember, one of the biggest things about this that's gonna make this dope platform grow is that little button on the bottom right where it says, I'll read to you from left to right. It says like, comment. It's the one that's on the far right. It says share. I need y'all to hit that button right quick. Hey, speaking of dope show, I got Ms. Parker in the building with Tuesday. You gotta say Ms. Parker. Hi, Miss Parker. So yeah, Miss Parker's in the building, and she will be back on this side of the screen. Like, I don't want y'all thinking like, oh man, DJ Agni had feel that with his female co-host again. No, no. Man, Parker handling her business. I'm handling mine, but there's always a seat right here. She will be back. You know what I'm saying? And we will could resume with the planning period with more grown folk educated talking. What's what got for me? ATLians literally took you through a day of hanging out in Decatur. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's shouting out bus routes on there. We caught the 86 Lithonia headed to Decatur. Like, come on, man. Like that's elevators was that one, man. But if I had to, like I said, I had to pick two for Outcast because Outcast is I could have easily picked by Outcast could have really had their own list. See what I'm saying? Atlanta's so fucking dope that damn near every artist that I named on here could have possibly had their own list. I had to put Goody Mob as an honorable mention. I had to put Pastor Troy as an honorable mention. You see what I'm saying? That's just how deep these lists be, y'all. So y'all looking at me crazy like, man, but you left off these 10 third DJ. Hey, look, man, let's be crazy, and I only got 10 slots. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? Seriously. Anyway, like I said, check in with me this Thursday. I keep wanting to say Friday too, y'all. It's habit. It is very habit. But check in with me this Thursday for the dope show. Gamers Alley will be in the building. Also, check in with me next Tuesday. The dope live event is coming up. We are working out logistics and schematics for that now, but there will be a live dope event to where you get to remove yourselves from the computer and sit right with me in a studio audience. This will not be ratchet like Jerry Springer, so don't ask. So, but y'all get to come through, have fun with DJ Agony, kick good shit, and then y'all get to actually legit interact with whatever the topic is for that night. So we're gonna have a good time with that. Please be on the lookout for that because that is coming soon. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that share button, share and share and share this again, and let your people know what kind of good dope you on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Don't hide that. Divide that. Share that. Let your people get in on that with you. Check me out this Thursday at 8 o'clock, man. As I end every show, imitation is a sincere form of flattery that mediocrity can't pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. I am from Decatur. This is 404 Day, and I'm out. Peace.